Hey, good morning students. This is Jay Vishakhan. For this lecturing video session, I am going to take a new topic from Unit 3, which is economic cost of imperfect condition. This is nothing but the wastes of monopolistic competition. See, the defects or wastes of monopolistic competition. The many defects of monopolistic or imperfect competition are referred to as wastes of competition. Five kinds of wastes or defects are enumerated. So they are unemployment, excess capacity, cross transportation, failure to specialize, and advertising. Let's discuss these defects of monopolist competition and see why they are called wastes of competition. First, unemployment. Under the monopolistic competition, the firms produce less than the optimum output. As a result, the productive capacity is not used to the fullest extent. This will lead to the unemployment of resources. Though there may be many types of unemployment in the economy, monopolistic competitive condition which aggravate the unemployment condition. We have studied already. We can infer that the productive capacity may not be used to the fullest extent, and this will result in the unemployment of resources in the economy to the fullest possible extent. Monopolistic factors may increase the share of profits in national income, which will reduce propensity to consume without creating a comparable increase in the desire to invest. Excess capacity. Under monopolistic competition, firms will not produce optimum output at the lowest average cost point. According to the theories of Chamberlain's monopolistic competition and John Robinson's imperfect competition, a firm in the long run equilibrium produces an output which is less than socially optimum or ideal output. Because of imperfect competition, firms produce less than the socially optimum or ideal output. That is the output corresponding to the lowest point of average cost. This is the contrast to the long run equilibrium under perfect competition, which operates at the minimum point of the long run average cost curve. The amount by which the actual run output of the firm under monopolist competition falls short of the ideal output is called excess capacity. This has not been utilized. This excess capacity under monopolist competition is considered wasteful, as it arises because of rational consumer preferences. If the buyer's preferences are rational, this excess capacity will be reduced by concentrating in fewer varieties. Next one, cross transportation or cross transport. The existence of cross transport is another factor contributing to waste of monopolistic competition. If firms cater to the needs of the locality, the transport expenditure may be minimized. For instance, cloth produced in Bangalore will be sold at Ahmedabad and cloth produced in Ahmedabad will be sold at Bangalore. Hence, the cost of cloth will be increased necessarily due to transport cost. This wasteful use of transport facility is the direct result of product differentiation and consumer preferences of variety. Failure to specialize. So under monopolist competition, the advantages arising out of specialization is lost. The cost advantage can be had only if the sales are expanded. To some extent, the failure of specialize and the cost maintenance of production is also considered based in monopolist competition. So it can be called a failure of specialize or failure in specialization. Okay. Next, let's see the advertisement. That is the expenditure on competitive advertisement. So there is a lot of waste in competitive advertisement under monopolistic competition. Wasteful and competitive advertisement lead to high costs to consumers. Besides, monopolistic competition encourages large number of inefficient firms. Under perfect competition, inefficient firms are eliminated because the market price tends to be equal to the lowest cost. And Many inefficient firms having a high cost of production may have to leave their industry. Under monopolistic competition, buyers' preference for some goods enable the inefficient firms to continue to exist. Efficient firms cannot drive out inefficient firms because the former may not be able to attract the customers to the later. So hope you understood the bases or defects which has been discussed here under monopolistic or imperfect competition. They were classified as unemployment, excess capacity, cost transport, failure to specialize, and advertisement. Thank you.